Hello stamping friends, welcome to the February online card class. We're going to be putting this card together. Now on the video, I am just going to be explaining how to put the card together. For all of the supplies and measurements and everything, you will refer back to the PDF that you received for being in the class. So that way you can make more of these cards. You were requested to purchase the Sheltering Tree, and I'm telling you, this stamp set has all the qualifications of anything I ever tell anyone to purchase when they're buying a stamp set. A stamp set with multiple images and words, to me, is like the number one objective, because then that way your possibilities of making mini cards are just endless. You're going to be doing 6 cards this month using this stamp set, and once you start stamping, I bet you make a lot more than just the 6. In the card kit for this card, you're going to get the envelope, you'll get a card base, you'll get a piece of white paper like this and the blue, and then you'll get a little strip of white and then a punched out heart. I'm going to show you a few tricks to do with this card. First, I'm going to ink up the tree. And the ink colors are also listed on your PDF that you received. Okay, now we're going to stamp the ground, and it's a bit snowy. This is a wintry card because, after all, in most parts of the country there is snow. If you'll notice, I am stamping off a bit so that we can still see some of the white. That's one of the tips for you for this card. And also I want to point out that I'm using the paper piercing mat. When you use the photopolymer stamps, because there's no rubber in between the stamp and the block, then having the paper piercing mat just gives you that extra bit of cushion. Okay, then we want to stamp the snow. So cute. Okay, so the trick for this card, on the instructions it tells you that you can use a distressing tool. This is one of the older ones that Stampin' Up! Used to sell. We have a newer one now. But the distressing tool, you would use it to distress the edge of your card, okay? Now, what if you don't have that? Carefully take a pair of snips and you can do the same thing. A little bit slower process. If you like the look of distressed, you might want to add that to your wish list of things to get for the future. So I do have my fingers on either side of the cardstock to give it some support. Okay, and we have a bit of card paper lint there, but it just gives you a little bit of a distressed look on the edges. All right. So the next thing we want to stamp is our sentiment. And you will use the strip of white paper. The fact that these are photopolymer really helps you to be able to stamp exactly, or to see exactly where you're stamping. Okay, how perfect is that? All right, we're going to take our snips, and this is a bit long, so I'm going to go ahead and trim off a little bit. And then we're going to make our little banner tail, go up through the middle, come in from each side. Up in the middle, come in from each side. All right, then you're going to take your bone folder and just give this a bit of a curve. I'm going to make this look a little bit like a waving banner there, okay? All right, the next thing is we will add some dimensionals. I love dimensionals. I suggested that you get some when you place your order. because it just looks better with some things just being popped up. Now I'm attaching the dimensionals to the 2 pieces of my wave that are down. So let's put our card together. My snail. Oh, that's so fun. I always tell people that the best thing about our cards is that our cardstock is that it's two-sided. So earlier when I went to go stamp this card, I had a little smudge of ink. I don't know where that came from. So when I got ready to make the video again, I just flipped it over, used the same piece of cardstock, and away I went. So I love to show you whenever I make a little bit of a boo-boo or a teaching lesson to help you with your paper crafting. Oops, out of snail. Now, this piece of white is going to be exactly the length of the blue, but you'll have a little bit peeking out on the sides. Get this out of the way. Then we will take our card base and the card is, if your cardstock doesn't lay down, take a bone folder, give it a good crisp rub over like that. And so this card is going to, or this piece is going to go off to the side. We don't want our card to fall apart, so make sure you put enough adhesive on there. Okay, so we'll put that right there. And then we will take our little banner. If you have not played with dimensionals before, dig your fingernail in and that'll pop that backing loose a little bit. Makes it a little bit easier. All right, so I want this to be up just a little bit. Give it a little bit of a banner there. Look how cute. All right, last thing we're gonna do is we're going to attach our heart. Now you can use snail if you want to, or you can use a dimensional, or you can use glue dots. I like glue dots. Whoops. Helps if it sticks though. All right, let's get another glue dot. You can lift the glue dot off with your snips, stick it to the heart, and then we're going to put that right there. Pretty quick and easy, huh? I hope you enjoyed this card. Come back for the next card on video number 2.